Hey guys, it's BRK every day, and today we have a special guest, Nigel100. All right, guys, so today we're going to be discussing Nigel100's latest project, XO Blackheart. Nigel, how are you doing today?
I am blessed. Thanks for having me on the show.
Oh my God, it's an honor. Thank you. So how's quarantine been for you?
It's been pretty good. Highs and lows. Not, I can't really complain. I'm blessed. Other than paying probation fees, partying, working, work hard, play hard. It's not
Fact,
really
always work hard, play hard, for sure. Okay, so we're gonna get straight into the question. So, the first question is, how did the journey with music start for you?
The journey with music started for me with my mom. My mom was a music artist when I was young. She was a singer, so she was always around music. This was her passion first, and then she brought me into it as a kid, always having me around music, having me listen to different music. Backside to that story is I had a friend of mine who was like, when we was 11 years old, he was a DJ, right?
Yeah.
um he used to make beats every day, and not to mention that he used to clown everybody every day. Like, he'll just crack a joke on you as soon as he see, but that's just his personality, like, he see you, he'll crack a joke and like, you the ugliest mofo, you know what I'm saying? That's just him. And
Yeah.
you gotta love him because that's his character, and he did it to any and everybody. But the one thing he was serious about was making beats. So one day he made a beat and he brought me in, and he was like, yo, he was like, man, I want you to try to write to this beat. I know you're not a rapper. I want you to try to do it. I think it complements your voice, So I was like, you
Yeah.
know what? So he was like, try to write to it, come back tomorrow, and we're gonna work on it. So I'm like, I went home, he sent me the beat, and I wrote to it. And, I came back the next day, I delivered it. And for the first time in his life, I seen him be serious about something. It was like, yo, and he let me know, he was like, yo, when you grow up, it's like, you're not going to hear this from anybody else, but when you grow up, bro, you're going to be a music artist. And he
That's
was the first person to let me know. And that was the first time I ever seen him serious. I thought he was bullshitting, because everything else he bullshits, it's just like, so it's like, yo, when you grow up, you're going to be a music artist. And
and when was this? Like, how old are you guys?
it was like 11.
Oh
It's like
my God.
11 going on 12, maybe. Not to mention that we used to fight each other every day. Like, it
That's
was just,
crazy, but so inspiring.
I think he still make beats to this day.
Really? Have you heard from him?
No.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, never mind. It's
Okay.
it's complicated.
Okay, yeah, no, totally. So, like, what was the trigger point that made you decide that you wanted to get into music? Like, you were like, I'm serious about this, I'm doing this.
The trigger point for me was being in the military, and I hung around this guy who also had a very inspiring type voice.
Okay.
And so me and this guy was about to get kicked out the military, and I know, right? And I heard him, and his voice inspired me, and it spoke to me, and it was just like, he inspired me to write music. On top of that, though, I was already like what you would consider like a poet, like a journalist. I used to write poetry. I used to write my everyday life. I wrote my plans down. I wrote my emotions, my feelings. Pretty much everything. I pinned down everything in my journal, even when I wasn't doing music. So doing music was just like another way for me to like express myself, and
Yeah.
like to tell where I come from, and like my background story, and like everything. Music was, it was just another way for me to express myself. So
Yeah.
anyway, me and this guy did a track together, and it hit the radio in North Carolina. And from that point, I realized that maybe I'm on the right path. And,
Yeah.
and so, like, yeah, and here I am.
So when this song in particular like hit the radio, like I'm sure there were like people reaching out to you, like other artists, maybe other producers. So
Oh, yeah.
how did you like respond to all of that attention and even those
Um,
offers?
it was kind of eye opening, you know, like because now you know you got your song on the radio, people reaching out to you, you're meeting really cool people, you meeting people like I'm talking about like you like right off back, y'all just connect, you know,
Yeah.
and then you also meet people that's like that reminds you that this is a business, and in the business there are like some really crooked people that's like into this thing just for themselves, you know.
Oh yeah,
I
selfish.
met a lot of really big name people that like I met artists that blew up today that a while back then you would have thought like, oh, that's just a regular person, you know?
Yeah.
Knowing that one day that person
Was gonna
will
be
be
as big as they are
yeah,
now.
and then that's another thing that inspired me was knowing that thing. I was talking to this person, or I was just chilling with this person.
Right.
And then like it could be like next year or something. Tomorrow, like that person could be somebody, and you'll never hear from him or see him again.
Right. That's crazy. That's
So
crazy.
yeah, it came with a lot of good and a lot of bad, you know, and it also connected me to a lot of people, you know.
Yeah, but you weren't interested in any of the offers that any of the producers were offering?
Nah, because I mean I don't want to dive too much into detail about it, but a lot of them was like really money hungry. They wanted me to like portray myself as something I'm really not. You know, I always want to be myself. So I've always been a little patient. You know, when it comes to like making business moves or like really big moves that's gonna change my life, and I would tell this to anybody. That's not something you should just decide right there on the spot. You know, you should take some time off, you know, a couple days maybe or weeks or however long it takes you, and just you think about that if how much it's gonna really benefit your future, you know.
Yeah. And so
That's
it took you a minute and you still
yeah, and I
not
couldn't.
the offer.
I wasn't all about changing who I am, you know. I want to be. I want somebody to accept me for who I am, and I would tell that to anybody, you know,
Yeah, that is true. And so honestly, that brings me to, huh?
or help me grow.
Oh yeah, definitely. But that brings me to my next question. So what are some suggestions for young aspiring artists?
Um, two things I would say: work your ass off. That's number one because if you wanna, it's a million artists out there, you know, like it's a bunch, it's a million. If you want to go above and beyond like them,
Yeah,
first off, work your ass off. Be yourself. Don't follow trends. Don't follow the wave. Don't do whatever everybody else is doing because you want to stand out. You know, you don't want
right.
to fit in. You want to stand out. So be yourself, your own authentic and genuine self. You know, and your light gonna shine. You know, you just gotta just don't follow trends. Be you
Yeah.
and just work your ass off because everybody, you know, doing bullshit.
What
Just
was the second one?
oh, the first so the first one was work your ass off, and the second one was just be yourself.
And you
Be
know what? That's so crazy because when a lot of young aspiring artists, you know, they start blowing up and start getting that attention, um, a lot of producers, you know, come at them with all these different deals, and they're like, you know, do you want to sign here, do this, and all this different stuff. And a lot of people, being young, they're like, oh my god, money. You know, all they see is dollar signs, and they just automatically, you know, go into it. So you know, once they get signed with a record label, the label wants them to kind of, you know, promote this image or, you know,
right.
so this look, this vibe. So,
And
yeah,
that's not
so
about
being
what
yourself is
the label
definitely
does,
important.
but like a lot of the labels go for like young artists, you know, for because they're young, so they like I don't know. That's like I said, that's a whole nother talk. So
Yeah, it's kind of like be yourself or lose yourself.
yeah, like you know, you don't want to fit in, you want to stand out. So like be yourself, let your light shine, you know, and just be your thing. A lot of people might not be, you know, some people might not be cut for being an artist. Somebody might actually be like coming up with an idea or
Yeah,
the beat or being a cameraman or something, you know. And they all fun.
that
They
is
all
true.
fun.
And that's why definitely I think you're like a great representation for that, you know, being yourself in your music, being genuine and passionate about that, and you know, sticking to that.
Definitely. Definitely. That's what I try to do, you know.
Inspiring.
Thank you.
So My next question is, what would your dream collaboration be?
My dream collaboration would be I want to do a song with ASAP Rocky.
Yeah,
Is that one of my favorite artists?
me too.
Uh, Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. That was my all-time favorite artist.
Okay.
Um, who else? Rest in peace to Mac Miller, because I always wanted to do a song with Mac. Dang, all my favorite people die, huh?
2020.
um, who else? Who else? I want to do a song with Ariana Grande. I want to do a song with Tiana Taylor. I want to do a song with Four. I want to do a song with Joyner Lucas, with
Oh yeah.
NF. I want to do a song with. I can go on and on, like with Beyonce.
Those would be some amazing collaborations.
I know, right?
Amazing.
Hey, the sky's the limit. You never know.
um, so have you ever gone through like music director's block?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think every artist goes through that. So that's another thing I would tell some up and coming young artists. Like everybody goes through that. Writer's block. Director's block, writer's block. Is everybody goes through it. It's like a funk. You're trying to find some inspiration from somewhere,
Yeah.
and it can last anywhere from 3 hours to 3 months.
Yeah. Do you
Like
have any tips that like help you get through those moments when you're just like,
just you gotta find something that motivates you or inspire you. It might be a bad day. It might be, just it might be a beautiful day. It might be a bad day. It could be a beautiful day. It might be, just for some artists, I don't judge none of them, but for some of them, they feel like if they smoke or drink a little bit, then that will help them to like, you know,
yeah,
inspired.
2020
Uh,
artist?
you can find inspiration from pretty much anywhere. Just try to find, or for me, it would be like trying to get the hell off my job.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Motivating you to push. Okay.
um, yeah, just try to find inspiration from anywhere you can.
That makes sense. So what is your favorite track from EXO Blackheart?
I'm off on the right track, ladies out there.
Hey.
Hey, that's my favorite song because that song is really, if you really listen to the lyrics, that song is really who I am. Like I can be really into it, and then next thing you know, I'm just really like MIA. You
Yeah.
know, like I can be in the party with my friends, and then they won't hear from my ass for about like 3 weeks, and they'll be like, "Yo, what happened?"
Me. That's
And
what we need
that's
to
like I go and like I don't know. It's especially when I'm like going through like my writing phase, when I'm in like what I would call like album mode or project mode or like mixtape mode. It's like you can ask my friends. Like when I'm at this point of writing, it's like I won't talk to nobody until I'm probably done, and that can last for about like a month.
know.
So like, yeah, it's kind of MIA sometimes, most times.
I felt that. I felt that. So what are some of your biggest music influences now and like growing up?
Biggest music influences, I would say just art. I love art and everything. I love just art. I love beauty and everything. So when I'm listening to people's music, it's just
Okay.
somebody's voice might just I listen for the. I feel like their voice might be like a
Can
work
you
of
get
art.
like a particular, like any artists in particular that are just like that influence you or inspire you?
An artist that inspire me would be. Ooh, it's a lot of them. I like
What were
Drake.
the main ones growing up? Like you said, your mom was like always around music and listening to music. So what were some of those influences growing up?
Um, damn, you got me with that one. Because I don't remember. I got bad memory. You can't ask me that.
Oh my goodness.
You gotta cut that part. I got bad memory. I can't remember that part. I don't know who the hell my mom used to listen to. That part you gotta edit out. You
Oh
gotta.
my god.
I can tell you some artists that inspire me.
I got bad memory.
I got horrible memory. That'll never change. I think that just comes with being a great artist. Maybe.
Maybe. Um so like what basically inspired your right back track? What inspired that track?
What inspired it was, well, just like, um, dang. Well, I guess I might as well just let it out then. Um, going through like a tough, going through like a phase of anxiety, you know, like my anxiety is, I can't speak for everyone's anxiety, but my anxiety is like, it tries to push me, like further in life, like
Yeah.
my anxiety is like a monkey on my back, and it can only push me further, so like it's like, um how can I explain it? Damn, I forgot where I was going with it. All right, ask me the question again. We're gonna edit this part out anyway.
What what inspired your right back track?
Okay. Um Right Track was inspired when I was dealing with anxiety. And it's like, how can I explain it? Damn, that's tough. Cause now it's like I gotta explain my anxiety. I didn't think I would be talking about it.
And you don't have to go in details or elaborate any further if that's just something that's like not really comfortable for you. But yeah,
Right
your anxiety. That's what inspired that track.
Right Track was like inspired by my anxiety to just like go further, like further in life, to try to like, I felt like I was trapped in like this phase of life,
Yeah.
like, and I just wanted to like advance ahead in life, but like I just felt like I was trapped. So I felt like that's when anxiety was like kind of had a little hold on me, but I think it was for the good, because when I heard that track, I couldn't have done it without that anxiety in me, so like it helped, like it just let me know to just go with it, just write everything you feeling. That just came from the same thing, just write everything you feeling. So when you listen to the lyrics, I was pretty much like explaining that, you know, I've been distant from the world, I'll be right back. It's an anxiety thing, but
Yeah.
it helped me to write that track, and it also helped me to go further in life and just trust myself and trust God.
I love it. That's really inspiring. Like really inspiring.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Um, so my last question is gonna be, what can we expect in the future from you?
I'm trying to set up some shows.
Yeah.
Um, I'm trying to do some features with some people, big name people and up and coming people. But it's a lot of money involved with like big name people, so we're trying to find like middle grounds.
Okay. Any
Um,
merch?
any merch? We're working on that. We're working on that. One step.
Okay.
We're moving. As you can tell by now, I like roses.
Hmm.
So like I find like art in a rose for some reason.
Yeah.
So it's probably gonna be like some rosary. Trying to do something for the ladies too.
Yeah.
Um,
That'll be really nice.
oh yeah, it's coming along. I think it's gonna be special. Clothing, it's on the way. Music videos on the way. Got some music videos.
Visuals, yes.
Definitely visuals. Got to do some visuals. I hear this every single day from people, whether it's from my DMs, whether it's from my manager, it's from my friends, whether it's just from everywhere. People just, man, when you gonna shoot a music video? When you gonna? And
It brings the music to life. It
I
creates more of the story, you know?
it does, but I feel like I just had to do this project right quick.
Yeah.
Now that the project is done, now I can do some visuals. Now I can do some shows. Now I can work on the clothing brand. Now I can do some features, because the biggest part to me was getting the project out the way. That was like the priority, you know. So that's like a milestone, you know.
Facts, definitely.
Get it out the way. Now you can focus on other stuff now.
I
And
think I'm so excited to see what comes out of that. I'm excited for all the new merch, the visuals, the features, the collaborations. Super, super, super excited about it. Yeah, no, thank you for being on my podcast today.
I was just gonna say that I'm excited to see how far your podcast goes. You know, like
Thank you.
big for me and it's big for you. It's, man, this is gonna be a beautiful platform.
Definitely.
I know it will be. So I hope you keep going, and I hope you get something out of our interview. You know, and I thank you for your time and helping me out. You know.
Yeah, no, definitely. Same, literally. Oh my God. But yeah, no, thank you so much.
So what's the name of it? It is VRK Every Day.
Yes.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
Love it.
All right, guys. So this is Nigel100. Woo, thank you for being on my podcast today, guys. And we're expecting a lot from you, Nigel, in the future. Merch, collaborations, visuals, everything. All of that. We need all of that.
For those that haven't heard my project, you can go look it up on YouTube, on Spotify, on
SoundCloud.
Apple, SoundCloud. XO Blackheart is 5 tracks. Follow me on Instagram, XO_Blackheart, just like that. And yep. Thank y'all for the support, and thank you VRK for everything.
Thank you. All right, guys. Have a nice day. Peace.